Just before the break, we met Pete and Ramon, a mentor-mentee pair connected through Affinity Mentoring. This is just one success story impacting children in our communities through connection. Now, in fact, young adults who have an opportunity gap but are supported by a mentor are 55% more likely to enroll in college than those who don't. And the need is great. We've got Rocio Moreno. She is the executive director here with ways that we can all help. Rocio, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So let's talk about Affinity Mentoring, where you started and where you're at today.
Yeah, for sure. So Affinity originated out of a collaboration with Mars Hill Bible Church. Now, we are not a faith-based organization, and we have indeed separated from Mars Hill when we became our own nonprofit in 2017. Since then, we've expanded to serve about 139 students. Currently, that is our number that we are serving at the moment, and we want to continue to increase that number as we continue to collaborate with businesses, organizations, to bring additional mentors into the schools that we're serving. We partner with the Grand Rapids Public Schools as well as the Godfrey Lee Public Schools, and we have 6 mentoring locations across those school districts. So within that, we want to make sure that we continue to alleviate as many students off our wait list as we possibly can, and we continue to support our students in-house during their mentoring session at the schools. So Burton Elementary, Burton Middle School, Southwest Academia Bilingüe, Godfrey Lee Early Childhood Center, Godfrey Elementary, and Godfrey Lee Middle School, High School. We're only in the middle school currently, and so our vision, of course, is to continue to support those students and their families while we continue to also recruit more mentors, because as it was stated earlier today, every student needs 5 to 7 caring adults in their lives in order to be fully successful, right? And that is outside of their immediate family.
Yes, and so, we talked to Pete, and this is his company gets involved, and that's one way really to get more people in to be mentors. If a company wants to give back, their employees want to do something and they have the time to give, it's an hour a week. Let's talk about what else makes a good mentor.
Yes, so it is just 1 hour a week for 1 school year. Now, the commitment is for the entire school year on a weekly basis, but we have about an 85% retention rate with our mentors that return year after year. Like Pete, for example, he has returned to Affinity for 6 consecutive years because you are able to stay matched with the same mentee year after year. And so when we look for new mentors, we're looking for people that have the commitment, the time to be able to invest into a student and want to give back. We go through a interview process and a new mentor training as well, because we always want to make sure that we're equipping our mentors that might not come with child development, understanding. We provide all of those trainings for them so that they can be the best equipped mentor for a specific student.
Yeah, and I know Pete did talk about it, and we didn't really use that sound, but he did say he felt so prepared walking into this. And then obviously it kind of takes care of itself after a while, right?
Exactly.
You figure out what you're doing.
Exactly. Affinity doesn't structure their mentoring time. We completely allow the mentor and the mentee to take full reins of their relationship because it's a mutually beneficial relationship, and we want to make sure that it's going to be ongoing even after our student has graduated our program in the 8th grade. We are forming long-lasting mutual relationships with Affinity.
Yeah, so incredibly impactful. And then you guys also have a special event coming up. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Yes, so our event is Better Together, and it is our biggest fundraiser of the year. That event particularly is what helps sustain Affinity into the following year as we continue to recruit mentors as well to sustain Affinity within these local sites. And so our fundraiser will be taking place on May 1st at the Stonewater Country Club from 6 to 10 p.m. with an afterglow from 9 to 10 so that people can continue to stay connected with the community, engage, network, make new fellowships and friends during the event, and be able to fellowship with the mentors that currently are within our program and learn firsthand about the impact that the program does.
I love that. This is a perfect way, if you're thinking about this, if there's a way you want to give back, this is a way you can give back. You can also learn more about Affinity Mentoring, meet the mentors, meet the mentees, hear the stories, because that's what's going to sell you, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what the event is all about, is to truly see that Affinity is not a static moment in time. This is creating a ripple effect, and it will create a ripple effect within our community for generations to come.
Wonderful. Rocio, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, if you want to be a mentor, if this sounds interesting, affinitymentoring.org. That's also where you can find more about this Affinity Mentoring Better Together event at the Stonewater Country Club coming up May 1st. Early bird tickets, get them now, $100. There you go. A fun night out. You can learn more and get involved. affinitymentoring.org.